thank everybody for coming to this presentation. The purpose of the presentation is to give two examples of songs that rather represent the kind of person I am and who I am. It took me a while to try to figure out what two songs I wanted to use, because as time goes on, things change and moods change and people change and things just sort of change. But after a while of thinking about it, I came up with two songs. One is You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban, and the other song is As Good As I Once Was by Toby Keith. I realize these two songs are kind of different. One is country, and of course the other one is gospel. But one speaks to more of a spiritual side of who I am, and the other one speaks to more of a physical, personal side of who I am. About You Raise Me Up, like everybody else, we've all had troubles in our lives and things like that. But this song, when I've had those troubles, has been more a song I listen to sort of help me get through those times when I've had rough patches. It also reminds me of when I have those rough times, where my strength comes from and who I have to look to when I do have those times. And also it reminds me of how far I've come. Like I said, years ago when I was in high school, when I was going through Clemson University, getting in front of people and talking to them and things like that was actually very difficult for me to do. In fact, quite a few times I remember stammering and stuttering quite a bit when I was in college and had to take a technical writing class. So I hope that between then and now I've come a little bit further. When going to the other song, As Good As I Once Was by Toby Keith, I'm a little embarrassed to say, but I'm 39 years old, and I'm going to soon be 40 this May. And used to be, quite a few years ago, I used to take martial arts, and in martial arts I could go for hours and hours, and I could come back and do it again the next day and not be quite as tired. But if I try to do that today, it takes me a little bit longer to recover. So I'm starting to feel the aches and pains of age, which, it happens to everybody, but here again. But that's why that song reminds me of me, is because I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm still as good once as I ever was. So, I figured once every so often I can still be good at once. So, like I said, those are pretty much the songs that pretty much describe who I am and the kind of person I am. Like I said, they represent me from both the physical and the spiritual side. And